Jets, Buccaneers, Ryan Fitzpatrick stepped in for the injured Jameis Winston at quarterback and led his former team to a big victory. Fitzpatrick, 187 yards and a touchdown. Deshaun Jackson had one of his best games of the season, catching 6 balls for 82 yards. When you look at what happened in this contest, Dylan, neither one of these teams really have a shot at making the playoffs. Would you say this was a big win for the Bucs or a bad loss for the Jets?
Oh, boy.
Just for the sake of conversation, just for the topic.
Which pig is uglier? I'm going to say it's I'll be positive and say it's a good win for the Bucs. You know, what a weird formula. You know what we need to wave bye-bye to this 5-game losing streak?
Our quarterback.
Let's get Jameis out of here.
Okay.
Let's get Mike Evans suspended. We don't need him. It's like, now you win a game? And the funny part is the Jets have actually started to look decent, where we've sort of, you know, recalibrated our expectations for the Jets. So really, you got to look at it and look at the AFC standings and say they got a chance to make the damn playoffs. The Jets, the team we thought was going to be clearly the worst team in football, are within that conversation. And today, they finally played like it. They look like that Jets we expected all year long. And you got to give the Bucs a little bit of credit. You know, it wasn't pretty. This was a disgusting game to watch. But in the end, when you're on a 5-game losing streak, you got to put something together. Their defense got it going a little bit. Deshaun Jackson acted like a number one, and maybe it made things a little easier without having a, you know, battle for targets with Mike Evans because Evans was suspended. Deshaun knew he had to be the guy today, and Fitzpatrick gets a little revenge on Gangrene and uses that mismatch with Deshaun Jackson plenty. And the Bucs defense was pretty good in this game, keeping the Jets offense to less than 200 total yards in the game. And next thing you know, the ugliness ends, the dust settles, and you get the Bucs with a win. So I'll focus on the fact that they ended their streak in an unlikely situation where they don't have Jameis, where they don't have Mike Evans. But this was a missed opportunity for the Jets. If the Jets had played any which way they played the last several weeks, they would have won this game, but they took a couple steps back in this one.
Yeah, if you want to be Mr. Positive, I'll be negative Nancy. The fact that the Bucs were reeling, losing 5 straight, and didn't have their starting quarterback, and they were held to 3 points for most of the game. I was checking out the game. They scored a touchdown with about 28 seconds to play to get them to 10. So other than that, they were only held to a field goal. And the fact that they beat the Bills last week, they beat the Dolphins, they beat the Jaguars. Todd Bowles, I certainly don't think the Jets are going to the playoffs, but I think he's trying to build something and establish that they're at least headed in the right direction.
It's hard not to think they are with what the expectations were.
But when you lose a game like this, to me, it kind of tears down all the work you have done, and it almost is like 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah, and I can totally understand that because, you know, how do you maximize and overachieve in weeks that they have leading up to this and then lose this one where, you know, it's all set up for you to win? But in the end, I think overall this has been a year where I think Jets fans have to say, look, this was a bad week. This is the way we thought it was going to go all year long. But I think some of those foundations that Todd Bowles has built have been okay for this team. We'll see if they're there for the long haul. In the meantime, this is just be thankful you didn't watch this game.
Jets and Bucs, both below 500. Stadium, we're always on demand.